This is my SSC 2021 torch that I really like. And when you charge this torch, you make sure that your butane container is slipped right on the valve very carefully. That valve is right here in the bottom of the torch, and it engages with the nozzle in the can just like that. And then you hold it completely upright and fill till it starts to sputter. You'll get a little bit of leakage, and then when it starts to sputter, you're done. Like all torches, I recommend that you do not use these little nozzles on it. I've taken dozens of torches apart and find those little pieces of red plastic in their plug-in valves. One thing that's really nice about this torch is it has a very easily removable venturi in here that allows you to take it out very easily. A couple of bolts come off, this pulls off, you can take it out and clean it. Usually what happens to all these small butane torches is they get plugged with bad butane, and that's what stops them and makes them run down. So in using this torch, has a safety lock right here. Counterclockwise, about a turn, start it up, and then adjust it to the height that you want. Well, we would know that the sun had come out now, wouldn't we? And so you can see here that the length of the flame is just about 1.5 inches. It's actually way out here, but your focal point is right around in here. The focal point is the blue tip. The focal point is the tip that you see out here. That is your effective piece for using the torch. When you're using this torch, for the most part, you're pointing it straight down. However, any torch of this nature, if you come over the bezel like this, you may very well blow the torch out because it's running out of oxygen. So most of the time when you're doing your torch, you're staying away from the inside of the bezel. It'll be used just like any other torch where you're running around the outside of the bezel so you get it warm enough and watch the solder flow from the inside to the outside. You can adjust this torch to very low, which is really nice. Right around there, and it can be used at that point. Much lower than that and it's going to sputter out, which is common for all little torches like this. And then your high temperature is way up there. It's 2,500 degrees temperature no matter whether you're low temp or high temp. As far as me stopping and starting it there, I'm just turning it too far low. They're all work like that, the same way as a regular torch we adjust it down. What's nice about this torch compared to an oxyacetylene or oxy-air or those kind of things is it's very portable. It uses a less volatile fuel, which is the butane. Operating method for this torch is, in order to prevent harming the torch and prevent harming your work, is that you would have your blue point touching the material you're working on. If you get too close, you hear that noise and see that spot, that means you're too close. And instead of the flame being pointing straight down now, it's coming out to the side. So that's an area you want to do. If you get up too high, just like other torches, it's going to spread the heat. So it's really important where you have your torch. Shutting it off is just a gentle touch till it goes off. Then you can reinstall your safety lock and put it away. You cannot ship it with butane in it. Other than that, it works like pretty much any other torch that's of this nature, a small butane. You don't have to worry about fiddling with 2 valves to make sure the flame's just the right. Other than that, I can't tell you much more than it's the very best torch I've had. I've gone through 4 different manufacturers now with 3 basically different torches, and I've settled on this one because it's really easy to clean. This thing comes off and there's a little nozzle in there, so it's really easy to clean. Which means that I can afford to use 5X fuel now instead of the 11X and not worry too much about it. If it plugs up, I just a couple bolts and 15 minutes later I've got it clean. There's a video online that shows how to do that. Thanks for your attention.